Welcome to First Look Gnomes.
Your go-to podcast for dads doing silly things.
Join us as we dive into the whimsical world of the Gno-it-all Gnome.
Share tips for dads.
Explore thirsty firsts.
And of course, the dad jokes and the bad jokes.
But most importantly, we're here to share our first looks.
Don't forget to send in your feedback to our Fishpond of Feedback.
And share your thoughts, questions and own first looks with us at firstlookgnomes@outlook.com. Come on, Adams, compose yourself.
Sorry. First look. If you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted, one more pod, would you capture it or just let it slip? Gno-it-all Gnome. His palms are sweaty, these weak arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already, mom's spaghetti. He opens his mouth but words won't come out. He's joking how? Everybody's joking now. The clock's run out, time's up, over, blah! You better lose 12 in the music the moment you heard it. You better gnome. You only get one episode. Do not miss your chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. You better lose your 12 in the music the moment the episode only comes once in a lifetime. You better listen to it. Lose your 12th episode.
Bravo, Adams.
Thank you.
Bravo.
Oh dear. That
Lose your 12th.
Lose your 12. That took some. This is the penultimate. No, sorry. This is the last episode of season 3.
We have to unpack that. Look, we can't just move on. This is nothing.
What do you mean
nothing
unpack it?
happened.
That is a man that has just lost all sense of being 12 episodes into a season of too many embarrassing moments of intros.
Let's unpack it. So
Okay.
the start of these episodes is always a surprise to me. Williams. So again, for those who don't know, Williams does all the hard work. I just turn up and drink beer. Williams set this up.
I drink beer as well.
You do, but you set up the podcast. This was your brainchild. You do all the editing. I just turn up and talk nonsense. And every week when we do this podcast, Williams performs a song which I have no idea what is coming.
Which wasn't my idea, by the way.
Was it not? It just happened organically.
It just happened once, and then you just kept saying, more, Williams, more. I want more.
Well, you've just hit a peak, Williams. You've taken... So in the last episode, you took Don't Stop Believing and made it Don't Stop Believin'. This time, you've taken You Better Lose Yourself and turned into You Better Lose Your 12th. You reworked lyrics beautifully. You rapped. Nobody...
I rapped. Did I rap?
You did something.
Yeah.
But it was magnificent.
Thank you.
And we're all the better for hearing it.
Thank you.
You even got in some Easter eggs talking about Gno-it-all Gnome and but I think from all of us, Williams, as this is the last episode of the season, I think a heartfelt thank you is in order for your entertainment, the joy you bring with your energy for these songs. That was possibly my favourite yet.
Really?
I did like. Well,
more than episode 8.
There's been so many highlights, but that one. Do you remember we went to see that film? Do you remember where we saw that film and when we saw that film?
That's probably one of the other friends.
No, it was Nottingham. It was in Simpsons Halls of Residence.
I don't think it was me.
Was it not you? No.
Some of the hussy.
There's only one you. How can I not remember this? Well, we were in Simpsons Halls of Residence together. That's close enough.
Yeah.
And at the time,
we were in a building
8 Mile
together with
came
another
out.
500 people. But yeah.
But 8 Mile came out, and we saw it at some cinema.
It did.
I
And we were in the
definitely saw
same
it at the
city.
cinema.
We were in the same city together when it came out. Correct.
We went to the Savoy just at the end of Lenton Road. No, it wasn't you.
No.
Okay, someone else. I enjoyed it. Yeah, awkward. I'm going to have to lose my elf.
Lose your 12.
Lose my 12. I'm just going to return.
Well, wait until the Christmas special. Be lose your elf.
It would be. I'm just going to walk into a bush like Homer Simpson in that viral meme thing. There we go. Bravo, Williams.
How you doing? Good couple of weeks since the last episode?
Well, off air we talked about some incidents that have happened, Williams. You know how my previous time has been.
Badgers and foxes, or
Badgers and foxes, and we will leave that there.
Badger, 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 badger. Mushroom, mushroom. It's a snake.
We won't go into that too much.
No.
That'll be for the secret episode if we ever do one.
The secret episode.
The secret episode.
Yeah, but you're doing good. Good.
No complaints, Williams. Yourself?
My wife, the wife said, she said I've got two problems. One, I don't listen, and something else.
I know you said that's a joke, but there's probably an element of truth in that.
Yeah. Grab your rod, Mr. Hodgkiss.
Hang on.
For one final time for season 3, grab your rod.
How are we at the end of season 3 already? My goodness, time flies when
you're having fun. Season 3, episode 12. Will there be a season 4? I think there will be a season 4, won't there?
Of course there will be, yeah.
We've booked in, our sponsors have confirmed us.
We will have our regular end of season conflab where we decide what features are going to return. We will debate whether a website will ever turn up, because we've still got that cliffhanger from the end of season 1. Will the website be ready? 2 years later, no, it's not. Because we've been busy moving houses.
Could you imagine
and doing things.
Our SEO by now? It would have been.
I've only got myself to blame.
Yes, you have.
You gave me one job.
Have you grabbed your rod yet?
Yes, I've got it in my hand.
Oh, good. Well, swing it. It's the Fishpond of Feedback.
Fishpond of Feedback.
Wife has written in. And just wanted to, as she does these things, I need to make a correction of a previous episode.
What did you do this time?
I think it was episode 8 or 9 or 10. Don't know. Previous episode.
You've done something silly.
And just wanted to correct that when I was talking about the Formula 1, and I mentioned them in the Fantasy Formula 1 League, I said with the stepdad, what I meant was the father-in-law.
Yes.
All right, so it's Georgie's, the wife's dad, my father-in-law, not my stepdad. All right.
Easy mistake to make. Easy mistake to make.
So
glad we got that clarified.
We got that clarified and corrected on the record for the wifey wife. Moving on. Little bit of feedback. Who's this from? This is from a Williams the Gnome from the bottom of the garden. He's written in.
Okay.
And complaint about your tips. So Mr. Hodgkiss suggested, go in the garden, have some time on your own. Go in the garden, a bit of peace and quiet, because they won't come out. So the person wrote in, he said he went into the garden because he had to dig a hole for a fence post.
As you do.
They joined me. I was in the garden. Son and wife came out, and they were in the garden whilst I was in the garden. So
the gnomes were.
What?
What was in the garden when you were there?
The wife and son.
So you wanted some peace and quiet.
Yes.
And
your tip was go in the garden, get a bit of peace and quiet, because they won't come out.
So that's your own fault for letting them out the cage, Williams.
It wasn't me. This is the writer.
Well, sorry, I beg your pardon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually you lock them in, though, don't you?
Yeah, You
lock the back door, you lock the front door, and that's how you operate, right?
And the basement door, yeah.
And
that's not appropriate. No, that's not appropriate.
We're only joking. That
is
not...
joking, everyone.
Hilarious.
Anyways,
see, I was joking. You can get away with no, Craig. That's not how it's treated. But then you join in and say, "And the basement."
Yes, yeah. One of us should be the
dear.
Another person has sent us a note. I need to share a video, but I didn't know quite how to do it. So you're just gonna have to listen to the audio.
Okay. Well, do you want to send it to my phone? Could you WhatsApp it me or something?
I don't think so. It's an Instagram video, but then you have to go on your computer.
We tried doing that before, and
So I'll just play it and see if you can get it from the audio, perhaps. So yeah, someone's written in, and it's a bit scary, Mr. Hodgkiss. It's something that you thought, quite a few years ago, it was done, it was gone. It did some great things, but it haunted many people. But it's back. It's back, Mr. Hodgkiss. It's back. But here we go.
I'd like to thank my drumline students for nominating me to do the USC Speak Your Mind Ice Bucket Challenge. I'd like to nominate Alyssa Hutchinson, JJ Logan, and the fine fellows at First Look Gnomes over in England and Ireland. Here we go. No.
So...
No.
That's
got to be a decade old, right?
No. Well, First Look Gnomes wasn't around a decade ago, wasn't it?
No, but the Ice Bucket Challenge was.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, apparently it's back. So
are we that
I'd like
old?
to thank my drumline students for nominating me to do the USC Speak Your Mind Ice
USC
Bucket Challenge.
Speak Your Mind Ice
I'd
Bucket
like
Challenge.
to nominate Alyssa Hutchinson, JJ Logan, and the fine fellows at First Look Gnomes over
First
in
Look
England.
Gnomes. Now, we went around 10 years ago, really.
No, but I mean, like, are we that old that, when things go, they say, the fashion
So
of
they
the
come back,
80s and
so
90s come back. This can't be coming back.
The person here is from Canada.
Canadian listener.
Top fan. Canadian listener.
Fan.
They're a teacher. So it's from the sounds of it, it's come around again to the youth, the future, and they're picking up on these retro things like the Ice Bucket Challenge, and it's back, and we've been nominated. So for season 4, we need to think about how we're going to do that. Luckily, we work in the world of podcasting, so we could do it by audio and not actually get wet at all. But we should do something. So.
All right. Well, we're going to have to debate this for a start. One,
we have been nominated. So...
I mean, I'm not. They talk about Canadians being slow, but I mean, 10 years slow after the Ice Bucket Challenge actually passed is maybe too much. Eh? Like, I don't want to do an Ice Bucket Challenge, Williams. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, we're not in 2017 right now. Like, what's going on?
When actually was it?
How did this come back?
I don't know.
It's got to be 2016, 2017, something like that. Should we Google it?
Have a quick Google.
Ice Bucket Challenge. Okay, this is live journalism, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, hang on. The first thing it says, brace yourselves. The Ice Bucket Challenge is back. No!
Oh, yeah. It's back.
No! That's from
Brace
The Guardian.
yourselves.
That's The Guardian.
Oh.
Oh, no. What's going on? Okay, the challenge was co-founded by Pat Quinn and Pete Freight.
Switch off your social media. If you switch off your social media, you won't get nominated. You won't see it.
It went viral in 2014.
Wow.
Like, come on now.
Really? 2014?
Yeah, 11 years ago. 2014.
Wow.
We just got back from Canada. I'm not going back there. Now we're bloody nice. Bloody hellfire. Well, I appreciate the listener. The listener's a fine fellow. However, it's going to be some work to convince me to do an Ice Bucket Challenge.
We could do it now. Should we do it now on the podcast?
Live.
So well done. This is a shout out to the people at
USC Speak Your Mind Ice Bucket Challenge.
USC Speak Your Mind Ice Bucket Challenge. So a nice shout out to them. I would like to nominate. Who should we nominate, Mr. Hodgkiss?
For the Ice Bucket Challenge, okay, I think we should nominate the Wifey Wife.
The Wifey Wife.
Everyone in Lao.
Everyone in Lao.
And one more. We'll go for anyone in a place beginning with the letter P.
And everyone in the place anywhere. What?
Anyone living in a place beginning with the letter P.
With the letter P.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, there we go. Right. Grab your bucket. grab your bucket.
I actually, do you know the irony? I have a bowl of ice here because I'm doing this from the shoffice at the end of the garden. No. Well, I've done all the gin, but like I've got a bowl full of ice, and most of it's melted, so it's ice and ice water. I could just pour that over my head.
Do it.
No, it's an ice bowl challenge though. Then does it really even count?
Well, of course it does.
We'll do it properly. Go on. No, we'll honour Grant and we'll do it properly. If he wants us to do it and he's challenged us to do it, and is it going to raise money? Does it raise money or is it just some nonsense?
No, you should do awareness at least.
Okay, all right. No, we'll do it. Go on then. All right, we'll do it proper. Go on.
We'll do it proper.
We can scoff and we'll do it proper.
Well, also we could do it now. So grab your bucket of ice and chuck it in your head. Oh, that's cold. Oh, hey. Hey. Oh, dear.
I can confirm, ladies and gentlemen, Williams is covered in nothing. Nothing at all. Yeah, not done that.
Soaked.
You're so...
Moving on. So, from previous podcasts, you would have listened that we're hitting heavy heights in countries abroad, and I've checked, and it seems to be pronounced Laos. After all the back and forth, I was calling it Lao and Laos. You're calling it Lao. It was Laos, apparently.
Laos.
So,
every day's a school day.
So we were number 6 and 154 in Laos. So I was thinking, yeah, we should season 4. I think we should set our sights and be in the top 100 podcast in Laos.
All right, so let's try and do that.
Please support us with that. New listeners.
Can I give some feedback? If that's the feedback.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We did get some feedback. Remember?
We're in the pond. Go for it.
Well, you told me you were going to do about the poll.
The poll.
The poll.
I mean, I don't know. Do you want to hear the poll though?
Is the poll coming back? Is the poll done?
So the poll is still open, and I've still not checked the postal vote as yet or the email vote as yet. So please email in to firstlookgnomes@outlook.com to let us know that you do not want the Gno-it-all Gnome to continue.
Or 31st, wasn't it? Wasn't it 2?
No, the 31st is staying.
Well,
I might downsize the 31st.
I had some feedback, Williams, about the 31st,
okay.
and the Gno-it-all Gnome,
okay.
which was basically we love the podcast. Maybe those features don't return for season 4. I don't know. Maybe we'll learn more about that as this episode goes on.
Yeah.
What?
We shall see. But the poll. So the question was, should the Gno-it-all Gnome stay or go? And 67% said stay.
No way. 67% said stay.
33% said appear on specials only.
Okay.
And 0% so far say go. So
what a win for the Gno-it-all
so
Gnome.
watch your space.
Nobody expected that.
So watch your space. But yeah, please do write in.
He's on today, isn't he?
We're open to it. He's appearing later on, so I'll have a chat with him. Yeah, you might want to. He's getting old, so he might want to step back a little bit. If fans really do want him around, maybe we could convince him back for the odd session.
67%, Williams. That's pretty overwhelming. Like you only need a 70% grade to get an A.
Well,
so 67%, like that's the Gno-it-all Gnome's getting a B.
He's got high standards. He's like, if I'm not getting an A plus, then what's the point?
Maybe. We'll have to talk to him later and see what he thinks about everything.
We'll talk to him later.
You can ask him.
That's a lot of feedback today. A lot of feedback, and I'll let you do your first look whilst I just grab a towel and soaking.
Well, my first look. So there has been a lot of furore online, Williams.
Oh.
There has been fights, overnight queues, debate,
oh gosh,
anger, joy, all of this. all of this related to something that is very important
Oh god, not
to
the
geeks like
is
me.
it? Oh no.
The Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh.
It's been announced.
Switch 2.
The
Is it any
Nintendo
different than
Switch 2.
Switch? Or...
So, the Nintendo... So, again, listeners who know me, there's probably a lot of listeners who have just turned off. And understandably so, because we're grown men and we should know better than to play video games. But the Nintendo Switch 2, as a dad, Nintendo do a great job of allowing me to play video games whilst also entertaining my son. So I'm a big fan of Nintendo.
On that note, sorry, before you continue, so on my birthday, I went to out for dinner. Me, Dream, my niece and nephew came round. My nephew's who's learning Spanish at the moment, and they've got a Switch, and this moment it's one of those big moments that it's been the big moment of the future. My niece has actually invited me around at some point to play Mario Kart on the Switch.
Amazing.
And it's like, wow, that's like the next generation
You
of
get to
Mario
play it
Kart.
again without feeling
And
guilty.
I get to play it again because, not because I'm an adult on my own playing it. It's
You can justify it.
I can justify it.
Well, you're one step ahead of me, Williams. So
Sorry, apologies.
well, no, it all ties in to exactly why I decided to make this my first look, because you and I. So again, listeners, Williams and myself, and a friend of ours who was mentioned in the previous episode, who makes barbecues, and
The
his
Manly
family,
Man.
the Manly Man.
But he doesn't call himself a Manly Man.
Oh no, he would never refer to himself as a manly man because he's too manly. He doesn't even know how manly he is, but we know, and that's all that matters. But we used to play a lot of Mario Kart Double Dash on the GameCube. So the Nintendo Switch 2 got announced, and I was like, "Oh, this looks interesting. What's going on?" And it comes with GameCube games.
Oh,
yeah! So they've got the Nintendo, and you can buy a GameCube controller for the Switch 2.
Ah, nice.
So I was like, "Oh, that means Double Dash is going to be on there eventually, and they're going to be able to play on a GameCube controller."
Oh, nice.
But it's not just Double Dash and GameCube; it's all online now. So I'm like, we potentially are going to be able to play Double Dash from Manly Man's house in London, your house in Cornwall, my house in Northern Ireland, and we could potentially play Double Dash together. And it comes with a camera, so you can see each other. So like you can chat and you can see each other's faces, and above your character, you see your face and what you're doing. So if you're there going or, we can see you go whilst you are being baby Mario and baby Louise. You're going around Baby Park.
So nice. So the speed demon that I am of Rainbow Road and the king of Bowser's Castle.
It's potentially coming back,
and you could play Mario Kart. So that's
100%. And I won't even be able to turn it off because, like, I won't be able to just get pissed off, reach over and turn off the GameCube. So the Nintendo Switch 2 is coming out, and it was available for pre-order. So I was like, okay, how do you get about doing this? So as a 41-year-old man, so anyone who knows me, including said barbecue man, knows that over 20 years, I have been Mr. Scott Lead, Mr. Games console. But, Williams, I've never had a day one console. I've never got a console on the day it came out.
Oh, my goodness.
On day one, because like, you have to pre-order and all that kind of stuff. And, you have to have income and money
for
that. Are
you camping outside a shop for like a week before so you get in the queue? Or...
No, Williams, no. I managed to get one on pre-order. So we have one. And so Brain's been mad about this. So Brain's a Nintendo Switch boy. Yeah. And every day he's been watching these things on his Switch, Nintendo Direct. Dad, can we get one? Can we get one? No, son. No, not a chance. Not a chance. So little does he know that there is one coming. So I am looking forward. So this again. Any listeners out there? Oh, he won't listen to this. But any listeners out there who are like, give me tips for how I want to make this special for him, right? So it's coming up to his 10th birthday. So how do we make this like, this is one of those moments that's going to be, like all I have done so far is tell him, son, you can't get a pre-order. They're not going to be available for years. Like, no chance we'll get one. He's like, okay. You can see he's like, okay. But then I'm going to pick him up from school and take him to go and collect this thing. So how do I make this like one of those moments? You know yourself. I have moments like this when I was a kid. I remember getting. I'd asked for a Game Boy for Christmas. This was like 1992. I'd asked for a Game Boy with Tetris for Christmas. And it was that time where, like, you get a big present and then a few little presents. And the big present that year was a Scalextric. And I was like, and I was over the moon. I got a Scalextric. Who wouldn't be grateful? But I didn't get the Game Boy. Then about 2:00 in the afternoon, I got my mom was like, "What's this? What's this?" And I was like, "What is it?" Oh, there's a present behind the tree. Like, we missed one. We missed one. 2:00 in the afternoon after the dinner. After we've missed one. We've missed one. What is it? I said it's to Craig. So bearing in mind, I'd already got over the disappointment of not getting the Game Boy. But then I had the joy.
Grown-ups. Oh, we missed one. We
missed one. This says it's to Craig.
Silly ass. Yeah.
Opened it up. Game Boy. Tetris. Can you? I was 8 years old and I still remember this vividly. It's probably why I love Nintendo so much. I was 8 years old and got one. So now I'm like, okay, this is my opportunity to give Braden that feeling. I was
more of a Sega man myself.
You're too cool for school, weren't you? Too cool for school, Williams. Leslie Ann was Sega as well. I was like, Sega Schmega.
That goes to show, yeah.
Sega Schmega. But anyway, like, this is an opportunity with the Nintendo Switch 2 to really kind of do something special for my kid, and like I'm going to enjoy it too because there's a new game, Mario Kart World, Williams, which looks incredible. Metroid Prime 4 looks incredible. There's some good games coming. But yeah, I'm excited for the Nintendo Switch 2. I'm excited to give Braden this experience. And any tips on how I can make it extra special?
How does it differ?
So it's bigger.
Bigger.
It's got the controllers, the Joy-Cons can now be used as mice, like as a computer mouse. So for shooting games and stuff, that's going to be pretty cool. You can chat, so you can now communicate with other people. So my nephew, who's just about to turn 16, it was hilarious. We went on holiday last year together. We took a Switch and we played Mario Kart. And he was like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to be the best. And there's a couple of races he beat me. But then it got, as the week went on.
Is this the son of the Forbes listener that was going to be a guest?
Yes, that's it. The son of the Forbes listener is going to be a guest. And we got competitive with it. And eventually, I was like, I'm gonna beat your ass at Mario Kart because, manly man. So there's lots of, our family does like a bit of Nintendo and a bit of fun. So it's just going to be, Mario Kart World looks very good. I'm not going to lie. It looks pretty good. The last time Nintendo released a new console was the Wii U. Before the Switch was the Wii U. Said Barbecue Man. I bought the console, took it down to London to stay with my friend, and we spent 24 hours completing every cup. So, looking forward to this. It's good to show as well that no matter how old you get, you can still get excited about a video game console.
Yeah.
Sorry, I went a bit geeky there, didn't I?
No. Well, I'm not one to ask, but yeah.
But yeah, Nintendo Switch 2. So first look at the pre-orders. In America, it's an absolute shit show. You can't get hold of one for
So when's it out? When's
June the 5th.
June the 5th.
So don't ring me that day.
So I presume Series 4.
We'll get a first look at it.
We
will. Was it worth the hassle? Did Braden enjoy it? Is Mario Kart World better than Mario Kart Double Dash?
Find out in Season 4. That's where the listeners come back, isn't it? That's
of course
where
it
the
is,
listeners come back.
Let's have a look at your first look, Williams.
Geeky again, listeners. Apologies.
Sorry, listeners.
But we all had a first look. And we'll have a further first look, for another 6 years probably. But we had the news release, and there's rumours about it, but the news released with a first look that we're going to get the Universal Studios in England, which was really exciting. So I saw that and I was like, is this real? Because I've seen so many fake news things, but we are going to get a Universal Studios in England.
Amazing.
So it's going to be Universal Studios, and it's up there with your Disneylands and all those sort of parks. So, you've got Tokyo, you've got Orlando, and you've got things in Singapore, Sydney, and all that, and you got Bedfordshire. So.
Which is where Leslie Ann got a wedding dress from, randomly.
Wow, there you go.
Yeah,
So
it's on the map.
So Bedfordshire, it's near London. It's about 35, 40 minutes north of London.
They'll call it London, though.
So they'll call it London. They'll call it Universal Studios London.
It's like Paris. Disneyland Paris isn't in Paris.
Yeah,
is
it's
it?
not really. So it's expected to open in 2031. Over 476 acres. And several themed lands. They're not confirmed in it yet, but some rumours of like how Disney has its, well, better than I do, but has like Futureland and Star Wars Land or whatever.
It is incredible.
Yeah. So Universal Studios, which is already big in America. So there's rumours of so it could be a James Bond land, which I think would suit the London sort of thing. Lord of the Rings, so Lord of the Rings land, that'd be interesting.
Oh no, that's got to be in New Zealand.
Yeah, but you're not going to get the global traffic there, are you? Or are you?
I don't know. Good point. Though. Yes. Sorry.
But again, these are rumours, so it's not confirmed.
Oh, just rumours. Okay, I beg your pardon.
So there might be Paddington Bear land. That's rumoured. Mm-hmm. Which I could see, but is it going to be big enough? I don't know.
It's got to be Harry Potter, surely. Harry Potter's got to be the one.
Well, they've already got Harry Potter over in America, but maybe
they've got to have Harry. You would have thought Potter.
So. You would have thought so.
You've got Warner Brothers Studios. So
but is Harry Potter part of Universal? Is it part?
It is. So in America, Universal Studios has Harry Potter, but you've got to have.
Sure, you would have thought so, or would they want to do something different? But yeah, you would have thought so.
That's true. Yeah,
a random one, which is not really British. Back to the Future has been strongly rumoured. Back to the Future theme land, which I personally would be amazing. Really love, and I think it still has a global appeal and still.
Of course, it does.
But the youngsters, are they Back to the Future? Are we? Is it a nostalgic thing, Back to the Future now?
So we were randomly talking about this. My wifey wife and I.
It's probably, if I had to name my favourite trilogy, it could quite possibly be Back to the Future.
Wow, that's a big claim.
I know it's a big claim.
That is a big claim.
Yeah, it is. Well, it is up there for me.
We were talking because the wife of mine is she's into the theme parks. She's into the American theme parks, and she went to Universal Studios in its heyday, she would say, when it was Terminator 2, Jaws, Back to the Future. And when we went, it had all changed. It was all the new things. It was Minions and it's like nonsense. Who wants to go? I don't want to go on Minions, right?
Minions is on the list.
Ugh.
Minions is on the list.
There was a lot of they had Fast and the Furious and Minions. Yeah. I was like, how can you compare Fast and the Furious and Minions to Back to the Future and Terminator 2? But I suppose in terms of dollars, they're probably Fast and Furious and Minions are probably worth loads more. But obviously, our age was very much like, no, I want to see Jaws. I want to go on ET. I don't want to see Minions. So it'll be interesting. I mean, Back to the Future is such an iconic brand.
Yeah, that'd be great. And then the other one on the list is the top sort of rumoured ones, which I think if they do it right, and your Universal Studios or your Disneylands, they've got the money to do it, is Jurassic Park. So Jurassic Park land.
That'd be nice. Yeah, that'd be cool.
If they could actually create it into a Jurassic Park, then with actual dinosaurs, then.
I mean, imagine if you're on towers right now. You're shitting yourself, aren't you?
Yeah. So for our foreign listeners, Owen Towers is probably the Owen Towers and Fort Park. They're like the theme parks in England. But compared to your Disneylands and your Universals,
they don't have the money to do the theme as well. They're really good rides, but they don't have the brand power that the American brands do.
No.
The roller coaster might be as good, but the whole theming, which is a big thing, isn't it? This is a roller coaster, but it's the whole theme.
Yeah.
I told you the story about when I went on the first experience, because I'd argued hard with the wife that why you're just paying for a glorified Alton Towers. It's going to be no better. Meh, meh, meh. And I was like, why? No, we need a new kitchen. Why would we waste money on this? And I fought and fought and fought and lost.
And then you went.
And then I went. And now you were one of these privileged kids who went when you were a kid.
I was.
I went for the first time when I was 40.
Yeah.
But I must admit now, the very first ride I went on, I was like, that's a bit different. That is the whole, like, from start to getting into the place.
But
to
it's
actually
so
finishing.
different now because what your experience would still be so different than mine. So I'd like to go back home for Tim Logan there because it's so different now. So I don't know how, because the things that stand out for me is with Disneyland or Disney World. Disneyland, Disney World, Florida.
Florida is Disney World. No? Disneyland. I don't know. One of them. No, it's one of them.
The Florida one. So one of the standout things, and with my gran, she was on crutches and in the wheelchair, but it was great because it meant we could skip the queue. And it's like, oh, do you want to go on Splash Mountain, Gran? Not really. Yeah, of course you do. So, queue jump, Splash Mountain. But back then, Splash Mountain was based on one of the very few films that you can't actually get on Disney anymore because it's a bit frowned upon.
A bit racist.
Songs of the South.
Songs of the South, yeah.
But no, it's not anything. Hasn't got anything with that, does it? I don't think. I don't know how recently they changed it.
Splash Mountain's not there anymore.
But they changed to, I think, a Princess and the Frog, and it's called something else.
Princess and the Frog. That's it. It's Tatiana's something right.
Okay. Yeah. So there's obviously a lot of stuff like that that's very different. But yeah, Universal Studios, which is up there in the same sort of league as Disney, I think. Coming to England, they've got what else they've got going on? They've got a massive hotel there, all the usual stuff, retail, dining, entertainment complex. Apparently meant to generate nearly 50 billion pounds for the economy by 2055. 28,000 jobs. Apparently they're going to sort out rail links to London and the rest of the country, so that'd be great. Get a bullet train from Cornwall to Universal Studios in an hour.
That'd be amazing. Yeah,
I doubt that will happen, but So it's still the planning approval aspects, even though it's been signed off by Prime Minister, etc. There's still the planning approval. So, but that's meant to start in 2026, the construction. So,
not to be cynical, right?
Oh, here we go.
But if you go to America, to one of these theme parks,
yeah.
Do you know what the reasons it's so good?
What's that?
Because of American culture, right? The culture over there is, if we're going to be customer service facing, we're going to work because it's tip based, and you get back what you put in. So if you're great customer service, people tip you well. Over here, with the minimal wage, you've got Brits. Are they going to be able to bring that joy and experience when they're like, do you want fries with that? It's not going to be the same, is it? Like, it's not. You got the weather. Obviously, if you go to Florida, it's generally sunshine 10 months of the year. The light is there all day. Over here, it rains. So, are you going to want to go in February? If you go to Florida in February, it's still going to be fairly warm.
Yeah.
And you're going to get there, and they're still going to smile at you, like, "Hi, welcome to Universal Studios. It's amazing. Have a good day." Over here, what do you want? It's all right, mate. Fucking hell. It ain't going to be the same, is it?
No. But so even as we've touched upon, I was a privileged kid, and I was very lucky to do Disneyland, Florida, but also the school trip to Paris, Disney.
No, you posh bugger.
But very different experiences. It was quite grey in France. They were French.
Yeah.
The American vibe does add a lot.
Of course,
to it.
Yeah. Happy people.
Yeah. The Americans are just
OTT. Europeans are not. We're very reserved, aren't we?
Yeah. Similar to the French in certain ways.
It will be exciting because, again, if you think, I suppose, to counter-argue myself, The people who will choose to go and work at Universal Studios will be the people who want to work there. They'll be the people who are generally like, this is amazing, happy to be here. And Universal will I imagine they're not going to pay minimum wage and just hire any old Tom, Dick and Harry.
No.
It's going to be part of their hiring process that they only hire people with some...
Bit of customer
who want to please customers, because it's part of the experience, isn't it? Because I guarantee this, it won't be cheap.
No. Oh, no, it won't. Whoa, no, it won't. But, so when Logan's 8, 9, 10, hopefully we can take him. So
that'll be amazing,
exciting.
Dude. What a great first look. That'll be class.
And then it's a little first look. So recently watched, I don't know if you watched it or not, but Beast Games. I watched Beast Games recently.
Okay, I know what it is, but I didn't watch it.
Yeah, so the concept was the actual show itself. I think could have been a lot better. So Mr. Beast, he's a massive YouTuber and made loads and loads of money. But Beast Games are the biggest prize money ever, and based just chucking money around like anything, because it was hosted by the YouTuber and he just shouts a lot, to be honest.
Okay.
And the format could have been a lot better. But there's some interesting stuff on there. So there's a lot of there's 1,000 contestants. And at one point, so I'm interested what you would do, because my mindset seems to be very different than everyone else. So you're down to, I don't know, say 600 people. 5 get selected. You're up there. You could, and sorry, the big prize is $5 million, which actually turned out to be $10 million, because they flipped a coin. One person flipped a coin. You either out or flip a coin. You can double the prize pot to 10 million. They did that. Spoiler alert.
Wow.
To 10 million. You don't know this at the time, but so at the time, the 5 million prize, you're up there and you're representing your team of, I don't know, another 100 contestants or whatever. So you can either keep your team in to win the $5 million, or you and you alone can take $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
What would you do? Sorry,
$1 million.
Sorry. If you took the $1 million, the rest of your team, they're out. They're done.
Oh, I'll take $1 million.
Yeah, I would. I don't know if it's a British thing or not, but there's 5 teams.
I don't know these people. I'm on a game show.
Yeah, there are like 5 teams. Sorry, I think I made the numbers too big, but there's like 5 people up there, say 100 in each team.
Mm-hmm.
And each and every one of the sort of team captains, whatever they were, they did not take the $1 million they could have took, and they kept their team in.
Okay.
No, I'm probably too selfish, but I would have took the $1 million. I'm going, sorry, I don't know any of you. I met you yesterday.
It's a competition, yeah.
$1 million change. We're in the game to only one person can win the $5 million anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the $1 million. Thank you very much. I don't need an extra $4 million. Lovely.
$1 million is life-changing amount,
yeah.
And you've entered this as a competition. You've not entered this as a charity or as a. This is one for one for all.
Yeah.
This is like, okay, it's mano a mano. It's a race to see who can get the most money in chains of life.
And again, spoiler alert: none of them won the $5 million.
Okay, well there you go. So whoever, someone should have said the $1 million.
Yeah, one of them went home with like 190 grand, but
okay,
they didn't get. They could have gone back a few days and just after $1 million, please, thanks.
Yeah, no, I do get the moral dilemma of like, okay, share and all that kind of stuff, but in that specific scenario,
but you're competing for one person to win $5 million.
Of course, you're not competing. It's not a team game. Like if it was we all get to share $5 million, or I get to take $1 million. That's different. Like actually, I could take $1 million for myself, or I could maybe give 20 people, whatever the maths is on that.
Yeah,
that's different because you're like, I'm going to change 20 people's lives here. Yeah. That's not what the scenario was though. This was like, that's different. Yeah. It's different if you're like, if you could have said, right, you can take $1 million, or you can guarantee the 20 people in the team will get 200,000.
Yeah.
Then I'd say, give everyone 200,000. That's fairer. We all get 200 grand. We all get to change our lives.
Yeah.
But the scenario that they put up there, I'd take $1 million.
It was an interesting concept. And then later on down the line, there ended up being sort of 10. So you're still competing for the $5 million at the end. 10 left, 10 contestants. And you're all still guaranteed to stay in to compete for the the 5 million. Sorry, the 10 million at this point because they flipped a coin.
Yeah.
10 houses, 10 of you left. These are your houses you're going to stay in tonight. Number one, you won, so you go in the house number first. But you get to choose who goes next in priority order. Here is $1 million. Each of you will come out of the house one by one, and you can take as much of the $1 million as you want and go back into your house. Then the next person goes in, and the next person, the next person, and the next person, until all 10 of you have come out of the house.
Just take the million.
So you'll be great on this show. So they got right. They go into the houses. The first one comes out and goes, right, there's 10 of us. I'm going to take 100 grand because we're all going to take 100 grand each. So she goes back into her house, and the trick was meant to be nobody knows what each person's took. Obviously, if you're second, you kind of work it out because you go, right, there's $1 million to begin with. But then, so the first person came out $100, and they kind of had an agreement that everyone would take a fair share. So she took $100,000.
I've had a good agreement. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. The second person comes out, right, meant to have an agreement of $100,000. I need this to pay, that to pay. I'll take out $230,000. Right. Then the third person.
Why 230? That's
I can't remember. There was some sort of reason behind it. Then the third person comes out expecting 800,000 left, and they're like, "Oh, hang on here." They're not sticking to the rules, and he works out his debts and stuff and goes, 650,000. So he just takes 650,000, and the fourth comes out and goes, "Oh." Next up, do we have a little chat or some bad jokes?
No, we can have a little chat to Gno-it-all Gnome in a minute. It's going to come down. We have one
finish
more little.
Finish on some bad jokes.
Finish on some bad jokes.
Finish on some bad jokes. Okay.
So we have one first look, which is a tease for next time. So I have embraced. So try and get fitter, Willie. Try and get fitter. We live in Northern Ireland. There's a lot of good cycle tracks around. So we have embraced the e-bike revolution. Probably very late to this, but we have one on order. E-bike has a battery and a motor.
Oh, right.
So it helps you go further. No, you can't. So
you still have to cycle.
You still have to cycle.
Yeah.
So legally, if you have a bike with a motor and you don't have to cycle, it's classed as a motorbike or a scooter. So you have to get tax and insurance and all that. E-bikes, they have a motor that help you uphill, but they don't work unless you pedal. So there's EU regulations.
Yeah.
You can effectively break them. So you can take away all of the things. So the one I've ordered, right, it's limited to 250 watt output, but it's a 750 watt motor.
So 250 miles per hour. Yeah.
If you go on YouTube, so this is it, right? So this is the risk. So if you go on YouTube, you can find a little video which will tell you how to unhinge your e-bike motor. Right. And the bike I have has a throttle, and if you unhinge the motor with a 750 watt motor, you can get up to about 54 miles an hour without pedaling.
Oh, sorry.
However, that does make it illegal in the UK. So you're not meant to do that. You can, but you're not meant to.
So just see you like hurting, like going, Leslie, 54 miles an hour, Leslie,
without even pedaling. Am I losing weight yet? Am I getting fitter? What do you need from the spa? I'm going now. No, but so they are limited. They are constrained in the UK, but you can unhinge them. But I'm not going to. So
could you legally go to the pub, have 10 pints, get in your e-bike, and then go 54 miles an hour?
No, you can't do that legally.
Okay.
But you can go to the pub, drink 10 pints, get on your e-bike and cycle home.
Okay, yeah.
That is legal.
That's fine,
If you're trying to get up a big hill, because we live up a hill, so if you're like, I need to go home now, I'm on my bike. Woo!
Swerving right over the place.
You got pedal assist. So you pedal and the motor helps you get up the hill.
Okay.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
But if you want to be a naughty boy, you can put in the code and then just let the motor. Yeah. However, if you get caught for that, you could be done and go to prison.
Yeah.
So it's not worth it.
Not worth it. Not worth it.
We are embracing e-bike in our house, and we'll let you know how it goes. At the they haven't arrived yet, but they'll arrive by the time we do the next episode. So, that's a little tease for next season. If I don't turn up, it's because I have killed myself. So let's hope that doesn't happen. And let's hope I don't get arrested. Yeah, I should have said that. If I'm not here let's try that again. If I'm not here next season, it's because I've been arrested because I decided to uncouple my bike from the legal road regulations and have been thrown in the nick. Don't do it. Right, I need a pee, so I know Gno-it-all Gnome wants to come and have a chat. He's got some sad news. Like I talked to him earlier, he's got some sad news. So I'm going to go have a pee, and then he's going to come and talk to you about things. Okay, well,
about things. All right then.
All right, I'll see you in a bit.
Hello. It's the Gno-it-all Gnome.
Hello, Daniel.
Gno-it-all Gnome. Why are you sad?
Oh, well, I'm actually not sad. I'm actually rather happy, but I know...
Yeah, I had some lovely poll news earlier.
Oh, yes, please tell me about that.
Oh, over 67% said they want you to stay.
That means 33% of people don't want you to stay.
No, 33% said specials, which makes you a very special person.
Well, that maybe warms the cockles and lets me know the mindset of some of your listeners. That's nice to know.
Yes.
But yes, I'm not sad. I've got new horizons and new opportunities.
I think one listener separately wrote in and said he should go.
Yes, but what does that person know about anything, really? He's not even a manly man. No,
they say stupid things like drop the 31st. So
exactly. Well, Dan, it's come to my attention. Well, it's not even come to my attention. I've been feeling a bit low recently.
Oh no!
As you are well aware, I'm on my own now.
Yeah, I mean, you would feel low because you're 2 foot tall.
Well, that is very true. But apart from that, I'm on my own, Dan. I'm on my own. And I have you, and I have Mr. Hodgkiss, and I'm very grateful for your friendship, and I'm very grateful for the listeners. But it feels like at this part of my life, I should go and live while I'm still here. Embrace all of what planet Earth has to offer. I am one for living life with the air blowing in my face. So I am going to be off the podcast for a while.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm going travelling.
Are you?
And I'm going travelling around the world.
Oh, lovely.
I'm off, and I'm hoping to find love.
Ah.
So I won't be a guest next season, but I have decided that I will occasionally send you a postcard.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, please do. Yeah.
And I might occasionally send you some voice notes.
Please, and some travel advice. Maybe.
Yes, and I will document it. I'm calling it my Wisdom is Lonely, Love Yourself Tall, or WILLY for short. I want to find companionship, Dan. I want to find companionship and meaning, and I'll be frank with you, Dan.
Okay.
I want to find some boobs. I'm very lonely.
Oh, well, it's sad that you're leaving us.
I like Spanish gnomes.
But, it's nice that you'll still be around in the odd episode.
I'm going to go and see what the gnomes are like in Laos. I'm going to go and see what the gnomes are like in places like India. And I might even go and see what they're like in Eastern Europe.
Wow, okay.
But I'm most excited about South America.
Lovely.
And Central America too.
Lovely.
So I will report.
Okay.
I will send voice notes and postcards.
Lovely.
I will not forget the listeners. They may forget me, but
I'm sure they won't. Won't.
I want to inform the listeners that you will hear from me from afar. I will share words of wisdom and hopefully learn more. So
it's not gone.
Not gone, But for now,
I've forgotten.
wish me luck.
Good luck.
And I will.
What it called? No gnome. Good luck, no gnome.
What are you called? Goodbye, Mr. Williams.
Goodbye, farewell, enjoy your trip, bon voyage.
Willie. So,
Oh dear.
hello, Dan.
Oh,
So he's
Misogynist. Hello, mate. You just missed him again.
I heard him. He's talking about the Wisdom is Lonely, Love Yourself tour.
Yeah, so
The Willy
he
tour.
He won't be on season 4 that often, if at all. But listeners are, please do write in to ask about his journeys. He's abroad, but he said he will send us a postcard. I think you've still got his phone number, so I'm sure he'll pick up the odd message. So yeah,
write to us with this. If the subject is Willy, we know it's something for the right?
Send a message. Subject line Willy to First Look Gnomes at outlook.com.
Willy. Wisdom is lonely, love yourself, Willy. He's got I don't think he even realised that Willy's a rude word.
No. Well, it's an acronym, isn't it? It wasn't a word. But,
no, that's true. It's an acronym. Yes. Sitting down.
End of the series.
End of the series. My goodness.
We've had some ups. We've had some downs.
More downs.
I mean, the downs have been flat, really. But hopefully season 4 will be an up. Please write in, listeners. Any feedback, we'll take it on board. Any first looks you have,
what's the address?
First Look Gnomes at outlook.com. Any segments you want us to drop, let us know. We'll drop it.
The whole podcast. Just stop recording material, please.
Yeah. Should we end on some bad jokes?
Sure.
Pun enters the room. 10 people died. Pun in. 10 dead.
Took me a second. Yeah. Pun intended.
What do you call? He's had a gin, everyone. He's had a gin. What do you call a factory that makes okay products?
I don't know.
A satisfactory. Oh dear. And then, so that's it.
Whoa. No more jokes. Is that just two?
Well, that's it. And so the Gno-it-all Gnome will be back. I mean, last episode, if you remember, he was talking about his magazine collection. I think that people who collect magazines have a lot of issues. Oh dear. I'll leave everyone with this final thought as well. There's something shady about trees.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen,
we'll
bid you adieu.
See you season 4. Where Mr. Hodgkiss will be doing the intro singing each episode. Bye!
Ta-ra!
His palms are sweaty, these weak arms are heavy. There's vomit on his sweater already. Mom's spaghetti. He opens his mouth, but words won't come out. He's choking how? Everybody's joking now. The clock's run out. Time's up. Over. Blah!
The Gnomes will be back soon for season 4. Subscribe or follow to find out when they will be back. Please share, like, and comment to grow the show.